Another kill production.
Guaranteed. Drew Marshall. Guaranteed.
Guarantee. What's good, YouTube? Sorry. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Natty Baps. Shabazz TV on my left. Championship weekend, y'all. This is what you play for. This is what you dream for. A chance to go to the Super Bowl. As I get more comfortable because the time is now. Now John Cena. Man, I'm excited. These are the 4 best teams. There's no fluke. There's no good stories. No. Yes, there are good stories within everything. But these are the 4 best teams. I'm excited for good quality football, man. Like that's what I care about. I want good quality football, and that's what we're gonna have on deck this weekend. Man, how you feeling now? How you feeling on this lovely Wednesday night?
A little annoyed, that outside elements. I'm on the train. Them do want to smoke a cigarette on the train and risk killing everybody on the train, but that's cool. I hope he burns in hell for that. No pun intended.
Damn.
Because, bro, you're wilding, son. You couldn't wait till you got off the train to smoke your cigarette. You was that desperate. Come on, that's no decorum at all. But other than that, fuck the bullshit aside, I'm feeling good. A couple more weeks, the reality setting in, but we're at the best time because, as you said, the best teams are left standing. I wish it would have been the Ravens and the Saints in there. But unfortunately, we not good enough this year. Next year, we in there. Yeah.
We'll get there. One of these days, we'll have a weekend. We have a Super Bowl weekend. Before we begin the dissection of all 4 teams, what they good at, what they bad at, who we got winning it all, the whole shebang. See what I did there? Ladies and gentlemen, please like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And got my teacher voice. Hold on. I get my teacher voice, my teacher voice out, my natural voice in. Let's get ready to hold on. I had to call you up real quick. So the way we're gonna do this, we're gonna talk about each game. We're gonna talk about who we got winning, why, how the other team can win. We're also gonna just do the spreads as well, all in the first segment. All the first segment, we're gonna talk about who's winning, why, et cetera, et cetera. The last segment of the show, we're gonna talk about who has the most to gain, and we'll just roll off the cuff and talk football for however long it takes. So the first game on the docket, we confirm. Yes, I can confirm. First game on the docket, the NFC side, my conference, the San Francisco 49ers going on the road to Lincoln Financial Field to take on the bum-ass Philadelphia Eagles. I say bum-ass Philly because, it's fuck Philly on this side. It also pains me in my heart because I just saw this video of what could have been championship weeks. It was 14 like throughout the entire lifetime of the NFL, like 14 championship games that we never got to see. And the Niners showed up like 6 different times. And I'm like, God damn it. It's like, remember 2011 when they beat us with the one of the greatest games of all time, the great catch for Vernon Davis, Alex Smith, et cetera. Yeah. They were like second in the league in defense and like points per game. But that's in here. We scored 34 on them. But that's in here. Niners. I've said this last week. I said it yesterday. I am fiscally a Niners fan. I win close to like $200 to like $300 if the Niners win the Super Bowl. So if that was where my allegiances lie. The Niners. Now, outside of monetary, because I was gonna say outside of being monetarily invested. There we go. Boom, got it. Not an English teacher, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a math teacher. Outside of being monetarily invested. So first, this is gonna be the toughest game the Niners had since Kansas City. Because you think Dallas was supposed to be a challenge. No. Dallas's defense and Philly's defense, let's call that about even. They led the league. They were like 5th all time in sacks as a team. They had over 70 sacks as a collective. So they're gonna get after Brock Purdy. Eagles defense is legit. You got Darius Slay, you got Hassan Reddick, you got old ass Fletcher Cox still making plays for how old he is. He's still making plays, and you just got dogs all across the defense. Linebacker, haven't to be honest, haven't watched too many Eagles games. Not gonna lie to you. So I don't know how well their linebacker core is. So against the run and like in a screen game, especially with a tight end position with George Kittle, I don't know how they're gonna be able to defend him. But they have dogs everywhere. Their defense can make Brock Purdy uncomfortable. Like I said, they led the league in sacks. But even when the Eagles defense is on the field, Trent Williams showed he locked down Micah Parsons. Now, again, the Cowboys have one of those guys. The Eagles have 4 of them. 4 guys who can get after the passer. Hassan Reddick, I think he made All-Pro this year because of what he did. So Trent Williams has another tough task ahead of him, trying to lock down Hassan Reddick. But I don't see a team that can be able to guard all the positions that they have. Because, you want to stop the run, stop the run. Cool. George Kittle, tight end. He's showing out he's one of the best tight ends in the game. Rip the Giants. Dylan, the pain, the sadness, the depression. Well, no, rip the Giants indeed. But we're not talking about the Giants now. We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles versus Niners. Kittle, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, who's emerging as a borderline cusp of a star. Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams. This is the of an all-star team.
Yeah,
as they should.
That's a use check.
Oh, and use check. Fact, bro, and use check. Don't forget Juwan Jennings making plays as well. They got like 2 Notre Dame offensive linemen. Shout out to Aaron Banks. Shout out to Mac McGlinchey. They have the only weakness they have, and this is why if you pick Philly, if you're going with Philly, if you bet with Philly, I do not blame you at all. The only advantage that they really have, let's say defense is a push, skill positions a push. You're going with mano y mano. Who has the better quarterback? Philadelphia definitely has a better quarterback. Absolutely. I'm not, Jalen Hurts is a bum. No. He should have been a finalist for the MVP. I don't think he was for some reason.
He was.
I didn't see that. I think he was he wasn't a finalist. I think it was Mahomes.
I got it.
I think it was Mahomes, Allen, and
talking. I got it. I'll find it.
Okay, whatever. Regardless. Besides the fact that Jalen Hurts in his second full season, had MVP buzz. He was gonna win MVP, but didn't get hurt potentially. What's up?
Joe Burrow, Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Justin Jefferson.
Okay, those 5. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. I just saw that the first three that you said, not Hurts, but it's okay. I just think, well, you got coaching advantage. I think the Niners have that. I think D'Amico Ryans, he's gonna be a head coach somewhere after this season. They have all stars everywhere. It's a battle of the trenches. This time there's no this team can't run the ball, this team can no. They both do everything extremely well. They stop the run, they stop the pass. Philly though, I will say this. They can get thrown on. If Brock Purdy has time, and that's a big if. If Brock Purdy has time, he can hit those receivers. The safeties of the Eagles are not the best. They're great, but they're not the best. They can stop the run decently well. They stop down the Giants' run again with the Giants. I just think the Niners have everywhere you look except for quarterback, they have a slight advantage or a push, even at coaching. Now, this is Brock Purdy's first road test, real road test. And when he played the Raiders, he did struggle on the road. And the defense did struggle on the road against the Raiders. They let Jarrett Stidham cook him up. But Jarrett Stidham, Jalen Hurts is better. If you stop the run, I think you got him. And I'm going to go with the Niners to upset the Eagles. Lock it in.
There's not much I disagree with you. I agree. I'm going with the 49ers as well to make it to the Super Bowl. Not the fact that you're fiscally involved, monetarily involved, but besides that, I feel like it is one thing. Defense, you said there's a lot. Slight edge to the 49ers because they can get the same amount of pressure as the Eagles. We could call the defensive lines a wash, but the secondary, I would say, is better they have better individual players in the Eagles, Darius Slay, James Bradbury. But I think as a unit, the 49ers secondary performs better. Hufunga, whatever his name is, and Trevarius Ward, who looked like a bum on the Chiefs, but looking like a elite player for this 49ers defense. Those two anchored in with Fred Warner, not just being when you have a guy like Fred Warner, who is basically this generation's Patrick Willis because he played on the same team. Like, he could cover passes and he could stop the run. That's elite. We haven't seen that since like Luke Kuechly type shit. So like, I know we got Shaq Leonard who could do it, but not because Roquan's I say he's a run stopper. Like, when you talk about run stopper middle linebacker, that's Roquan. When you say pass, I say that's Darius Leonard. But both, that's Fred Warner, and it's not even close. And they still got Nicholas John Bosa. But it's gonna be nip and tuck. I think it's gonna be whoever makes a mistake loses one, and whoever has the ball last wins the game. Because whoever has the ball last will decide who wins the game. Because it might be similar to the Cowboys game where the 49ers are up. Jalen Hurts pulls up that MVP moment, that playoff moment, because he hasn't had one yet. He doesn't need to have one. But he has that playoff moment that, like Mahomes did the other day when he was like down 24-0 and then he's like cooked the Texans. That's a playoff moment. Or who else? Freaking Andrew Luck coming back from 28 down, doing that little dive, like playoff moment that we remember to this day. Right? Jalen Hurts probably will have that in this game. Will it matter? I don't think so. Because 49 is up. And fuck Philly. Wait. Now,
this is but before sorry, are you done? Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
I'm done.
I just looked up the stats. Second ranked offense, Philly. Fifth ranked offense, Niners.
Mm.
Second ranked defense, Niners. Third ranked defense, Eagles.
Mm.
This is as close as like pick 'em as you can get. This is as close as a pick 'em as you can get. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Just want to hear those stats.
That's crazy. But okay, 29 is up. Go. Now, my conference, 3 seeded Eagles. I say Eagles. Bengals versus the number 1 seeded Chiefs. Mahomes was practicing today. That boy was looking good, son. So running. And maybe he was milking it for the crowd. Maybe my boy was it. He like inside was like, "Yo, this shit hurts like a bitch, but I can't cry about it." Maybe every part is like, "Yo, go with the Bengals. Healthier team, better defense." That's actually debatable because Chris Jones is out here, but it's fuck Bengals on this side, bro. I wish nothing but the worst. Not the worst, not like injury or nothing. I just hope they lose the game. So, and then I still got faith that Patrick Mahomes, even when the odds are stacked against him, him and Kelsey are gonna make something happen. And they haven't used the wide receivers a lot. I think this is the game they tried to do that. Yeah, and I can't have Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl because of Joe Mixon, I just can't. But I did say I'm not gonna say he's a bum. I'm not gonna say nothing like that. I did say yesterday I like he's off my shit list for a week, but I can't have him in the Super Bowl again. I just can't. Him personally, I can't. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they're them guys. But they said it on FS1 First Things First today too. Like not today, I think yesterday. Yo, they have that opportunity because they aren't paying. I lied. I'm bugging. I saw a TikTok and Michael Parsons had like basically quote tweeted the tweet, but basically like you get like every quote like Brock Purdy rookie deal, Jalen Hurts rookie deal, and Joe Burrow rookie deal. The only one that's not in there. Shut up. And is Patrick Mahomes, but he already won the Super Bowl. He's on the second contract. Basically, every 3 out of the 4 quarterbacks are on their rookie deals. So you surround them by talent, and then you see what happens. And then Michael Parsons was like, "Oh, like basically like see what happens when you put talent around somebody." Interesting. Not that it probably was a shot at Dak. I don't know. They're probably going dick ride it, whatever. But the point is, they had the luxury to do it now. Cincinnati. I'm gonna keep hammering this home. This might be their last chance to do something. Now, Joe Burrow said on Windows my whole career. That could be the case. But I know it's extremely hard to pay everybody when you have a historically cheap owner like they do in Cincinnati. But that's a future problem. For this problem, they're not going to find a way to stop the Chiefs because they have a better offensive line than the Bills. I know Mahomes is hobbled. I know he hurt his ankle. But even if you force him in the pocket, if you give him some cushion, even in the pocket, scrambling away, he's going to carve you up regardless. And that's where the maturity of Mahomes has been kind of underrated because before he would force a play. Last year in the AFC Championship game, he forced a play before halftime. He got messed up in the head mentally because of that mistake he made and it allowed the Bengals to come back. It's like here, ever since then, like, yo, take what the defense gives me. Where are you going to give me the short end, the end route, which Travis Kelce? Whoop. And if Kyrie Kill was playing, I'd feel more comfortable and more confident. But he's not. But even so, I got faith in Mahomes. And in Mahomes you trust. Fuck Bengals on this side. Feel me? And that's why I stand.
Okay, I'm trying to get these last little bit of stats for my argument. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Ooh, I did not know that. Interesting. Okay. So, last little bit. Sorry, I'm trying to find the Bengals on this list. Jeez, bottom half. Oh, nah, about 16th. I'm not going to do the count. We're about 16th. All right. So, going with the Chiefs. Again, this is one of those things where it's hard to, you can't be mad at anything you pick or anything you say. Chiefs, but Mahomes is my favorite quarterback in the league. He is. He had practice today, no visible signs of limping either. So he has been awesome. He is awesome. Not even has been. He's not a has been. He is a will current. He's currently. He's amazing. He's legit. I love him to death. However, I'm going with the Bengals. So let me read you all some stats. Some stats. Okay. Number 7 ranked defense in the entire league. That would be
Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. Now Chiefs is not bad at 12 overall.
Number 7?
No, Chiefs are 12.
And the Bengals at 7.
Bengals are 7. Patrick Mahomes, number 1 passing game. That's fine. Cool. Bengals ain't that far off at number 7. Not that far off. Now, here's the stats I had dug up for you. Just for you, you know. I know how much you love running the ball. I know how much you love running the ball and run defense.
I do like that a lot.
Bengals run defense. Number 9 in the league.
Who's number 1?
Who was number 1? I'm glad you asked. God damn it, Renault. Oh, the Niners. Glad I'm on that side of that one. Yeah, Niners are number 1. Bengals are number 9. Chiefs are 17th. So the bottom half of the league when it comes to stopping the run.
Okay.
Chiefs are number 7 in pass defense, where Bengals are 16th, middle of the pack. But here's where it comes down to. Those are all the stats presented by nobody. Shout out to EBM TNT. Here's my thing. When you got somebody, you got somebody. When you have somebody's number, you have their number. It's like Tom Brady. Yes, is he better than Drew Brees? In my opinion, no. He's greater. Yeah, he has more accomplishments, but he might not be better. But Brees has a better win percentage against him. He does. He lost to Tom Brady like twice in his career. The entire career. You know, Manning. Let's talk about the Mannings, right? Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. Tom Brady beat him all the time. Does that make? I mean, yeah, we can say he's better. Mahomes is my favorite quarterback, and this is not to slight him this is no slight. But when you got somebody's number, you got somebody's number. Now, this is what the one thing about the NBA versus the NFL, right? You're not these are one-on-one, head-to-head matchups. It's not a head-to-head matchup. The Chiefs offense is going against the Bengals defense, which is severely underrated. Because even when I read you the stats, he was like, I did not know that. Oh, that's interesting, right? You don't think of the Bengals having a top 10 defense. You don't think about it. And that's perfectly fair. But they are. And the Chiefs, with a Howard Mahomes, still have to go against that defense. Now, again, Eli Apple is a bum-ass dude. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. However, he's hilarious on Twitter. But that's neither here nor there. My biggest thing, the Chiefs defense thrives off of turnovers. Well, every team thrives off of turnovers.
But the Bengals really...
Not the Bengals.
The Bengals do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Bengals do. Oh, it absolutely thrives on them. Yeah. But, like, when it comes to, like, all right, who's guarding Jamar Chase?
True.
My number 1 receiver. yet to get clamped up on a playoff game. Just gonna throw that out there. You're number one guy. We're just gonna throw that out there, Justin, Jamar Chase is better.
Subjective.
Objective.
No, subjective, but keep going.
Objective. Point is, who's stopping Jamar Chase? Yeah, you're talking about all the things in that offseason they got to worry about. Yeah, they got to worry about paying Joe Burrow. They got to worry about paying T. Higgins. They got to worry about Trey Henderson, paying Jamar Chase eventually next year. What about Tyler Boyd? What about that cohesiveness on that unit on our offensive line? But go get it now. This is the best chance for any team to knock off the Chiefs. And this is a better team that they had last year.
True.
Even with the banged up offensive line. This is a better team that they had last year. Joe, when you got it, you got it. I'm going with the Bengals for that. So obviously for me, when it comes to the spreads, I'm going Bengals -1. They win. I mean, just segue.
God damn it.
The Bengals are favored by 1 point as of today. This is Wednesday, by the way. We do these on the show. We talked about. I say this every single week. We do these shows on Wednesday, but yesterday the line was at 2.5 for the Bengals. So the lines are gonna move up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm going with Bengals -1. I'm gonna go with the Niners plus 2.5. They both win outright. Obviously, the Bengals -1 means they win outright. And if I have one more game closer to winning like $400. But yeah, so I'm fiscally a Niners fan and a Bengals fan. Because there's no skin off our back, or there's no skin off of Mahomes' back if he loses.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
So you think he gets hurt? His legacy. He's the best quarterback in the league right now.
Indeed.
You think Joe Burrow takes that title from him?
Nah, for me, no.
Right. So
No.
So go ahead.
So not for me. I think no matter what happens, it still be Mahomes' world and we just living in it. Because even if let's say the Bengals, do you think the Bengals are gonna beat the 49ers? I definitely do.
I don't.
So he's lost twice in the Super Bowl. Never got it done. No matter how many times you get there, if you can never win one, that's the narrative gonna be about Joe Burrow. Can you win that Super Bowl with Joe Burrow? Everyone's like, yeah, you could because he's taking it twice. Whatever. But Mahomes, he's won a Super Bowl, he's won an MVP. Joe Burrow's never done that yet. Right? I'm with you. But you know as much as I know, if Burrow goes to Arrowhead again, beats Mahomes again, be undefeated against Mahomes, because Allen's lost to Mahomes, Lamar's lost to Mahomes, like every quarterback has shot. Justin Herbert's lost against Mahomes. Like, no, all the quarterbacks we hold to a high standard to pin against Mahomes, he's literally tumbled everyone down. The only one that has notches on his belt on Mahomes is Joe Burrow. It doesn't matter in the regular season, but it matters in the playoffs. Back-to-back seasons at your crib. Walking your trap, take over your trap. Twice. If this happens, the media is going to just not destroy, but they're going to severely disrespect Mahomes because this is his second MVP season. I think he's going to win MVP. And it's just going to be a tall task because you're going to, oh, you won an MVP, but you ain't doing nothing with it. Yeah, okay, so did Lamar. So did Cam. So did literally Aaron Rodgers back-to-back seasons. Like, it doesn't matter. For us, it doesn't. Because we actually are smart people who watch the game. We don't get paid to talk about the game, but we know the game. Half our lives are dedicated to the game. So, of course, we know about it. But you got people like, I'm not going to say names, who I can't say names because I don't know who's done it. But I will say, if Mahomes loses to Burrow, even Nick Wright said it, yo, the conversation will be there. No, like if Mahomes loses.
No,
He
it's
said,
a conversation to be had for sure. It's a
Like-
conversation.
but let's say Burrow goes on to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
You know that conversation about Burrow number 1, Mahomes number 2. When everyone knows in their goddamn mind that Mahomes is number 1, Burrow is number 2 until proven otherwise, and then you can worry about everyone else.
So I think right now, regardless of okay. Right now, no. Let's not say let's say the game doesn't even happen. Hypothetically, let's say a superstorm happens, right? If the game doesn't even happen, Mahomes is number 2. That's a number. Burrow's number 2. Mahomes number 1. Even after the game, Burrow number 2. Mahomes number. Because even if Burrow wins the Super Bowl, Mahomes will have 2 MVPs to his 1. Or to none, actually. So, in terms of a better player, because this is the thing too, Super Bowls is such a team-oriented thing. You strike iron when the iron's hot. Like the Rams case last year, you buy your way to a Super Bowl. But the Tampa Bay Bucks, they had a great team around them, and the only thing they missed was Tom Brady. And then boom, Tom Brady shows up because Jameis, as much as I love him, was a turnover machine. The team goes on to win Super Bowl. Similar to the Rams. They had Jared Goff, but you upgrade, get Matthew Stafford. And the rest is, as they say, is history. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Mahomes will have 2 MVPs. He'll have a Super Bowl win and a loss. If Burrow goes on to win the Super Bowl, because that's a big if, because he actually would have beaten Josh Allen at his place. He would have beaten Mahomes at his place, and then beat arguably the best defense in a couple of years in the Niners. And if he beats Philly, he beats the number 1 seed in the NFC. Either one. So it's like, damn, that's one that he just wins. So it's good. No one put, and this is like the barbershop conversations with like, oh, this person's better than this person. This person, it is subjective, of course. Our flavor is Mahomes. Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. But in terms, because what happens after, as you said, what happens if they come short in the Super Bowl? So he'll have 2 losses. He would have beaten Mahomes twice, but for nothing. Because I think last year, the Chiefs go and beat the Rams. I think they do, because Tyreek would have burned Jalen Ramsey, and who's guarding Travis Kelce? Simple as that. But that's last year. This is this year. Who knows what the dialogue is? But if both quarterbacks lay an egg and it's just a defensive slugfest, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Mahomes lost." No, Mahomes is hobbled and played a great defense. If he loses, I'm not. When I say he has nothing to lose, he has nothing to lose with me. He's hobbled, bad ankles. If you watch the game on Sunday, he's like barely walking the field. He has to be carried by, like that adds points to my book. But someone like Mad Dog Russo, who's like, if you're playing, that means you're not hurt.
That's bullshit. Everyone's hurt.
But my thing is, of course he's gonna play. It's a freaking championship game. The goal of the Super Bowl to achieve something that you work your whole season for. Of course he's gonna play. Duh. Like, come on now. Like Jay Cutler, a lot of people give Jay Cutler shit because if he played, it was Rex Grossman versus Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm not saying Jay Cutler's better than Aaron Rodgers, of course, but that defense with the Bears in 2010, there was a championship game, but he's on the bench or he's riding a bike, just pedaling.
Cramped up, right?
Cramped up. Bro, you have to make me leave that field force me, take off my helmet and keep it on the way away from me. If I have a chance to go win a Super Bowl, come on now. Of course they're gonna go play. Of course they are. but we're going to conversation with Mahomes versus Burrow. Mahomes is number 1, Burrow is number 2, regardless of the outcome this weekend. Regardless. But yeah, you want to take a quick break? You just want to just keep going?
Keep it going.
All right. So I don't know if you've seen the video. Have you seen it yet?
I skimmed it.
All right. So I'm gonna play. You want to play the whole video?
Yeah.
Just a screenshot.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So Kevin Wiles, by the way, is hilarious. I love him. I love him so much. He's awesome. So what we're gonna do? I'm gonna play the video. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna discuss it. Simple as that. Work.
You know, we've got a few franchises on the show. Nick's Tears. I call it the best segment in all of sports. The Bud List is the most motivating segment in all of sports. And of course, Upset Alert is the hottest segment of all of sports. Today, we debut for the first time yearly, since we've done it every year for 5 years, but we don't have a name for it yet. The most interesting segment in all of sports television. Who has the most to gain from a Super Bowl? We're working on the title. Take it away. Coming in at, thank you, Wilds. Coming in at number 6, Andy Reid. So the greatest coaches ever are Bill Belichick, Chuck Noll, Walsh, and Lombardi. And then there's a group with Tom Landry and Shula and Gibbs and Parcells. Mm-hmm. With a win, Andy Reid enters that group. He is already tied for the second most playoff wins ever. He is 3 wins shy of 4th all-time in regular season wins. He's already in 5th place. He has now been to 9 conference championship games. He's already been to 3 Super Bowls. He's won 1. If he gets to another one, does it with 2 different franchises and 2 different conferences and 2 different eras, he comes in as unquestionably one of the 10 greatest coaches ever. I like that. Yeah. Number.
What are your thoughts on that?
I agree.
I already thought he's one of the top 10 coaches of all time, but if it
you don't really see. You don't think like we don't. No one ever has his coaches conversations. Only with Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Or like Andy Reid of this generation. He's like the greatest coach of this generation because this generation is offense. Who's the best offensive coach of this time? It's Andy Reid. Kyle Shanahan second. But actually no, I'll say Sean McVay second because he actually won a ring. Then Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
So the best coach, like when you think about offense, you think about Big Red. So, yeah, for sure. 8.
Sure.
5. Me. Okay.
What?
It's very rare in sports media to hit what we call the superfecta. Preseason MVP, check. Preseason AFC winner, check. Preseason NFC winner and preseason Super Bowl winner. Some say it's never been done, but Chiefs over Niners, and it will have happened. For your guy, Nick Wright. Okay. And I told you the New Year's resolution was to be less humble. You better believe I'll be keeping true to that if we get Chiefs over Niners. Number 4, Jalen Hurts. He becomes the unquestionable top quarterback in the NFC. I don't know if you guys saw it after the playoff game on whenever it was, Saturday. His agent, clutch client, Nicole Lynn, tweeted out, anyone got a Brinks truck? He wins a Super Bowl. We're looking at $200+ million guaranteed because this is the summer to pay him. And it does set Philly up because of what Howie Roseman has done. If he wins Super Bowl, he's unquestionably franchise quarterback level. He probably is that already. They are set up for a real run in that conference. Number 3.
I think he gets paid regardless because he already he finishes top 5 in the MVP voting. He's leading his team to the NFC title game in his second real season starting. I think he gets it. Not the $200 million. Like if he hypothetically, we both think he's gonna lose this weekend, right?
Yes.
If he loses, that's like, but he has a great game. Do they not pay him still?
You know, he gets. I think it's a win-win for him. He has all the leverage. Because what are they gonna do? Draft a quarterback?
Right. Trade
for somebody who probably won't have the same level of success, who's older. Derek Carr, Jimmy G, Aaron Rodgers. No. Yeah, Lamar, maybe. But you have the best quarterback in your division, best quarterback in your conference. And the best, besides the 49ers, the best roster. Now people like let's say the Eagles go on and win the Super Bowl. Freaking Lane Johnson's retiring, Fletcher Cox, like a lot of the OGs, Jason Kelsey, they retiring. Fletcher Cox, whatever, Brandon Grant, whatever. But you still have AJ Brown young, Devontae Smith, who's severely underrated. He's this new age Keenan Allen. I'm not gonna lie, I'll say that right now. Because he's underrated as fuck and an excellent route runner, but he doesn't get the notoriety because of his running mate. But I feel like shut up, Siri. God damn it. I feel like Jalen Hurts is a win-win. If he wins a chip, bro, bring in that Scrooge McDuck, bro. That's because he has all the leverage. If you bring the silly effect, because like if you let him go, Philly's gonna hate y'all. The fans is gonna hate y'all. Philly has literally wrapped their arms around Jalen Hurts. Not the whole team, part of the whole team, of course, because that's the team. But Jalen Hurts, he just embodies a lot of. Shout out to Philadelphia. I know it says fuck Philly, but hard nose, nose to the ground, blue collar, just like they don't say much. When they do it, they mean it. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts embodies that city, just like Josh Allen embodies Buffalo, and they wrap their arms around him. The same thing with Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts. You win a chip in Philly? People say they want a Nick Foles statue. Bro. Yeah. He's Gucci. He's Gucci.
Joe Burrow. He gets to become one of the greatest winners in sports history at this point of his career. To have the greatest college football season arguably ever, or the quarterback of the greatest team, I should say, win the Heisman, do what he did, go undefeated, come to the NFL, first healthy season in the Super Bowl, second healthy season, win the Super Bowl. It's good. It will match what Mahomes did in his first 3 years, but he has the better college resume than Mahomes by far. So for Joe Burrow, he becomes the face of the NFL with a win.
I think it's argued that he's already the face.
I say he's the face.
It's either him or Mahomes.
I think because the sex appeal. It sounds mad sus, but all over TikTok, you see it. All these women suddenly watch football now because of Joe Burrow. He's a cool cat. I would love to go out and go out. Joe Burrow's the type of guy like, yo, and we out, we're gonna have a good time, wingman vibes, whatever. Like he got that appeal. Yeah, he's relatable, he's chill. I think there was a quote that he said, like, I'm not the best at anything.
I'm the best at gaming.
I'm great in everything. Like, I'm not the best person in one category, but I'm great in every single one. Like, that's literally him. Like, he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, he's not the best arm. But when you put them all together, he does it better than almost anybody.
Yeah, they mentioned this too on ESPN. Dan Orlovsky did. He said he's the best quarterback, which I was like, yeah, kind of. He's like take out Allen, Herbert, Mahomes. You can't be those guys. You can't be crazy athletic. Like, you got to be born with that. You can't be born 6'5", 250 and move like a freight train and all that shit like Josh Allen. You can't be a technical wizard like Justin Herbert, being able to throw the ball at any point. And then Mahomes he's literally just Mahomes. That's his own category. But you can be Joe Burrow. You can be the best at the little things. Get the little things right. Consistently do everything perfect. Like Curry. Like Tom Brady.
Like Curry.
Like Curry. No one can be LeBron. LeBron, 6'7", 6'8", 6'7", mainly 6'8", 260. That's God's gift, right? You cannot be that. But you can be a 6'2" and work on your J. You know, like, that's the kind of thing. It's like you got Mahomes, who's LeBron, and you got Joe Burrow, who's Curry. More relatable, more easier to attain. You can be Joe Burrow. You work on the little things right. And obviously, as you said it, he's not the best at any particular thing. He's great at everything. And that's one of the things I love about him. He's no Mahomes, though.
Number 2. Patrick Mahomes. It would put him on, without a doubt, the GOAT trajectory. If Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, he will have accomplished more in 5 seasons than Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre did combined in 31 seasons. We can show it to you. He already has accomplished as much as what Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck did in 19 seasons. But he will have matched the Super Bowl appearances, have the same number of wins, and he will be batting 1,000 on going to conference championship games. So 31 years of 2 of the 10 greatest quarterbacks ever, or 5 years of Patrick Mahomes, get the same results. And when I say GOAT trajectory, if he wins, can he surpass Tom Brady? Well, I don't know. Here's what it'll look like. Patrick Mahomes gets to the conference championship game 100% of the time. Brady did it 64. If they win the Super Bowl, he will be in the Super Bowl 60% of the time. Brady just under 50. Oh, but he'll never get to 7 rings. I don't know. He'd be at 40%. Brady's at an unbelievable 31%. For both of these guys, we took out the rookie seasons because they didn't start. You would be able to have the real conversation. Is he the greatest, not only most talented, but the greatest player ever? So why isn't he number 1? Well, because these next 2 weeks are going to determine the next 25 years of Brock Purdy's life. There is a chance Brock Purdy plays terribly in this weekend's game and is not even a starter next year.
What do you think about that? So he has Mahomes 2 and Purdy 1.
That 49 is situation. I agree. I ain't gonna lie. Because Mahomes with a ring, what does it do? What does it do? Like, it does nothing but elevate him to a higher status. We already knew he was gonna be. He's gonna retire top 10 quarterback all the time, if he's not already. That ring just puts him, let's say, top of my head, not Manning, not Brady, not Montana. He needs to get more stats for Favre. Need more stats.
With another ring, he won't be better than Favre.
People gonna be. He doesn't have like the stats. Once he'll be like basically there, but once he gets like the thousands, the tens of thousands of yards and shit, that's when whatever. Cool. So eventually, Favre, right? Two Super Bowl ring club is an exclusive cup. Who do we know has one?
It's Brady or Manning, both Mannings. Bradshaw, Montana.
Eli's not top 10, so we don't include that. Bradshaw, not top 10. Not going to include that. Elway, I'd say it's top 10. He has 3 of them things. No, he has 2 of them things. 2 or 3? 2.
Cool.
2 of them things, okay. And then Joe Montana, of course, which is no.
Those are the 6, I think. I'm gonna see. Hold on. QBs.
Like Mahomes he'll be the fifth best quarterback with the season where he has another MVP. So 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Brady, Montana, Bradshaw, Aikman,
okay. I say he's top 10.
Eli, Peyton, Big Ben,
not top. He is top 10, but I'd say Mahomes is better than Big Ben.
John Elway, Jim Plunkett, Bob Grease, Roger Staubach, and Bart Starr.
Damn.
That's it.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, top Aaron Rodgers, yes. He would just need Aaron Rodgers got 4 MVPs. It's hard because he got 4 MVPs to Mahomes is soon to be 2. Right. But Mahomes got 2. Well, and say he wins, he'll obviously win the Super Bowl MVP unless Kelsey goes ape shit and he gets it, which is possible. Definitely possible. It's weird. It's hard. But it's a first ballot Hall of Famer already if he retired. Because who do you know? 2 MVPs with 2 Super Bowl MVPs. It's not a lot. Brady and Manning are the only ones you come to think with 2 Super Bowl MVPs and 2 regular season MVPs.
Yeah.
No disrespect, because Breeze got all the stats, but if you pair them up, he'll be better than Breeze, better than Big Ben, better than Aaron Rodgers. That's a debate. That's actually a debate. Better than all the OG quarterbacks. Mahomes is better than. It's hard. But Brock Purdy, though?
Word. I'll play the video, but yeah, he talked. Yeah, Brock Purdy gains like the most, I think.
And he's just fighting for a job. There is also a chance that Brock Purdy plays well enough and they win the Super Bowl. And he has a Disney movie. He has a book deal. He's worth over $100 million. And he was from just off the field. And his name becomes not his name anymore. It becomes the go-to name as the sports Cinderella story. It becomes what Wally Pipp is and how different named Ruthian. Could it be like Brock Purdy? It will echo for eternity. Or maybe he's just Trey Lance's backup next year. That's all that's on the line for Brock Purdy.
Word. And he also does the most to lose. So I'm gonna remove it and we can talk about it. But yeah.
I disagree with that. Even if he wins the Super Bowl, if he gets to the Super Bowl as a rookie, let's say he plays well against Philly, cooks him, he plays well, that will be like, yo, they're going to have the problems that you want to have, but it's still, yo, what do we do with Trey Lance? Do we trade Trey Lance away to get back draft capital that we lost? Possibly. You could definitely do that. But Brock Purdy will become literally the next Kurt Warner. Because Kurt Warner got a movie and Hall of Fame, all that. I'm not saying Hall of Fame. You gotta relax on that part.
Warner's the last MVP to win Super Bowl
in the same season.
Yep.
Like in
regular season MVP and Super Bowl MVP.
And Mahomes has a good chance. For Brock Purdy, though, man, it's this story going from Mr. Irrelevant, third string backup. And by the grace of God, unfortunately, had the other two people get injured. Like you already know the 49ers letting go of Jimmy G. You already know that. That's a fact.
Yeah.
They're trading him, releasing him, whatever. You got Trey Lance, and Trey Lance broke his foot or something like that. Broke his leg.
Yeah.
So even in the beginning of next season, Brock Purdy's gonna be the guy. So what do? You keep him in the back burner, or do you trade him away because he's still young as shit? Trade him away, get draft capital. It's weird, but Brock Purdy, I say Mahomes 1. Brock Purdy 2. No. I say Mahomes 1, Burrow 2, Purdy 3. Then Hurts. I'm not saying Nick Wright. I'd say, damn.
They had also, I skimmed a lot of what like Chris Broussard, Greg Jennings, and Kevin Wild said, but Kyle Shanahan gets vindication because he was a part of the Atlanta Falcons choke.
True.
So he gets a chance to right that wrong. He had a 10-point lead in the Super Bowl the last time with the Niners, and they lost to the Chiefs. So he has a chance he had 2 chances at the Apple to get a ring, and he lost. So he gets a chance to make it happen. But now, last thing I want to talk about, and then we can end the show. He also does a list of people who has the most to lose, depending on who wins the Super Bowl.
That was today or yesterday?
This is the same video. Who has the most to gain and also has the most to lose. Okay. So he had the 6 people who had the most to gain, right? Reed, himself, Hurts, Burrow, Mahomes, Purdy. Now he has another 6 people who have the most to lose.
Always says that the Bud list is inspirational and that I'm, dark and mean. I thought about that. I was like, you know what? Drew's right.
Yeah, lean into it.
Most to lose. Depending on what happens quickly. Number 6, Dan Quinn. Why? Well, because of exactly what you guys were talking about. Shanahan and Quinn lost that Super Bowl together in Atlanta. But if Shanahan gets his back by going through Dan.
What's up? Oh, you muted yourself. Oh. You muted yourself.
You literally just said that.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's like I watched the video before.
I didn't watch this part. So
Dan Quinn's defense and Dan Quinn's at home. Number 5. Guys, it's me again. I've talked a lot. Guys, I'm fair. Good for the goose, good for the gander. I've talked all this trash. If it doesn't come through, you think I'm going to be whistling through the graveyard? And people are going to be coming for me. I put a lot on the line. Number 4. Speaking of trash talkers, Eli Apple. Ooh, yikes, buddy. Because whether you win or lose this weekend, he's not going to stop talking. And if the Chiefs beat him after everything, or even, can you imagine Eli Apple Super Bowl week? And then if he gets roasted, Deebo Samuel power bombs him to the center of the earth, a la Chandler Jones to Mac Jones. Not good. Number 3, Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs have a better offense, more potent, more efficient, and win the Super Bowl. It would be like Wilds those 2 days Brew missed a few weeks ago, and their highest rated days ever. Yikes, it's contagious. Number 2, all I know is this. Josh Allen is rooting for the NFC side of the bracket. He can't have Mahomes or Burrow between one of either they both have one or one of them has 2 while he's sitting at home staring at his back-to-back AFC semifinalist banner. And number 1, let's be honest, Jimmy Garoppolo. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, guys, I'm just telling you right now, it won't be he got Wally pipped anymore. We'll say he got Jimmy G'd. He got, somebody came in, it was better, and now we all forgot about him. So
I like it. I completely agree. Especially even with the Nick Wright part. Because we know if the Chiefs lose to the Bengals in the let's say the worst of the worst. Eagles beat 49ers and Chiefs beat the Bengals beat the Chiefs. So none of the teams that Nick predicted is in there. Bro, it's on site for Nick Wright. Because he's developed the love that you like. I like the guy. I'm a fan of his, but there's not a lot of people who see him the way that we see him. Like, I think he's one of, if not the best, like, sports pundit out there because he keeps it real, because he's authentic as shit. Him and Uncle Shay, those are the 2, man. Stephen A, of course, but like those are the 3. But people don't like him because he's bashful, because he's not humble, because when his team. And you can't fault him for being a Chiefs fan because he's born in Kansas City. Like, he's from Kansas City. Like, if the Chiefs lose, it's on site for him. He knows that, but he's prepared for it. That's why I respect it. But Jimmy G, I literally said, if they win a chip, it's over. Even I think win or lose, I think it's over for Jimmy G in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, you literally said it. Atlanta, that whole 20-3 thing. Dan Quinn was heavily responsible for that because the defense. Kyle Shanahan, because the offense was very conservative. I completely understand that. Tyreek Hill definitely looks like a dickhead because you left the team who really could have won the Super Bowl, and you left them, and you got bounced in round 1 while they go on and win the Super Bowl. Like, that's a dickhead of the year type shit. And then what was the other one? I forgot. Doesn't matter because that's all complete. Oh, Eli Apple. Bro, if the Bengals win and he gets cooked again in the Super Bowl, because last year it was about Cooper Kupp. This year it'll probably be Debo or AJ Brown. That, bro. The only thing he got over us is that, he beat Travis. He talked shit to Kelsey. He talked shit to Juju. He talked shit to Mahomes, whatever. But, like, no. That's crazy. What do you think?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
I don't care about Eli Apple, bro. I don't fuck with the nigga. He's like 3rd. Like, I the 2 people, the 2 pillars of hate that I have in my heart. Marcus Peters, Mike Evans. Fuck them. Eli Apple talking a little bit too much for someone who gets cooked on a weekly basis. He got cooked. Bro, what's your receiver's name that cooked him? Oh, my God. Was it DeMarcus Robinson?
Oh, yeah, in the playoff game. Yeah.
Playoff game. DeMarcus Robinson. Who? Respectfully. Who? Cooked him. Burnt him. Touchdown. Like,
that was the route he ran, though. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, it was a great route. Great route. Again. But it's so hard to play corner. You're giving receivers fuel to the fire to kick your ass and beat your ass. I don't know. You're trying to be like Goku. That's his thing. He wants to be like Goku so bad. I was like, I want to beat you at your best. No, don't give them fuel. Don't give them fuel to the fire. But, ladies and gents, man, we only got like what 3 shows left.
Let's see. Let's
We
think
got
about.
Tuesday to
So
recap.
you got Tuesday show to review it. What happened? Wednesday. What we doing Wednesdays, huh?
I don't think we don't need to have a show Wednesday. It was Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl. We're not talking about the Pro Bowl. I could what you call it? I could review my predictions for the season, like the over unders, and give myself.
Oh, the video you made. Let's talk about it.
We could talk about it on Wednesday. Watch
All
that and talk about it. That's perfect. I'm with that. And then we find out, and then Tuesday no show. So let's think about it. So Tuesday, get my calendar. Okay, Tuesday the 31st. Right, we doing reviews of championship weekend. 1st of February. Do a review of basically talk about my video. Talk about every team basically talk about the season for every team. Basically, that's what we're doing. A review of the whole season. Then Super Bowl week, the 7th. What are we doing the 7th?
The 7th. It's Sunday.
The 7th of February is not
Sunday. It's Saturday.
the 7th. Is a Tuesday, my brother.
I'm on looking at the wrong map. I had January, my bad. Oh, the Tuesday we don't have to have a show, and then the Wednesday we preview
the Super Bowl. And that one, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this back, it's gonna be lit. Cause we're gonna have guests. I hope Down slides, Matt slide, Moosey slide, whoever can slide. We all talk about it together one last time before we wrap up the season. And man, listen. And then they got the Super Bowl, and that's it, bro.
Word. And maybe predictions for next year. Maybe
Predictions. But probably, no, I think we can cap it off the Super Bowl and then come back. No. Maybe record thoughts on the Tuesday. Maybe record something and then put it out another day.
Yeah.
Probably do that.
All right, ladies and gents. We just did a live stream of just like brainstorming what we're gonna talk about. But one thing's for sure, and 2 things for certain. Ooh, you heard it like that?
You fucked it up, but wait, go crazy.
One thing's for sure, and 2 things for certain.
Okay.
So that's how
I heard certain twice. I ain't gonna lie. I heard certain
One
twice.
thing's for sure, and 2 things for certain. This has been Shabazz TV Championship Week preview. I'll see you ruined it.
Today is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time.
It says one of the worst days you had in a long time. Oh, but now, ladies and gents, it's your boy Natty Baps, Shabazz TV on my left. Love you guys. One thing,
I guarantee it. Drew Marshall. Guarantee.
this is gonna be one of the best championship weekends we've had in a long time. Long time. Last year's was pretty good too. Last year, I think this year has the potential to be even better. But who knows until we get there. We get there when we get there. See you guys next week. Until then, peace.
It's funny, I know about it. Certain to somebody. Sometimes